Good grief. Oh, there's a deer right there. Don't mind me, Mr. Deer. Hi there. We are here, May 12th, full moon update, flower moon. I was in Ottawa this weekend, and so I didn't have as much time for updates, and instead I kind of shot a day of going out to work. I took my canoe out and did some work on the new landscape. So the new landscape is this. I've got the LiDAR data for all in here, and I've been laying out golf holes and approximating tees and the sight lines and what I want to do with the place. One note is that there's a path that goes through, and I thought is to have this path sort of populated with NPCs that can kind of drive through, generated at somewhat random, drive through and provide a unique experience as you're playing cart golf. So Alpha's updated, you got the new terrain in, and you'll see the markings for where the holes are laying in, and it's all very exciting stuff. Next couple weeks will be interesting because I'm just preparing now for what Chapter 2 of RiNet's going to be, and yeah, never been a better time to get in and become a member of RiNet. So check out my day of working on the canoe, and catch you next week. Hello there. Got a bit of a different update today. I'm going to Ottawa this weekend for some family stuff. The update will be out Monday, but ahead of time we're going to go do some work from canoe. There's a little launch pretty close to me, and I'm going to go down, throw the boat in the water. I've got my backpack with my laptop, my hammock, some water, an apple, everything you need for a work day, and gonna do some work on cart golf, do some work on Best Intentions. I'm gonna test this here camera and have a day. So I thought I'd bring you along, show you how it goes, have a nice adventure together, and let's see what happens. So I've got the LiDAR data for my neighborhood with a rough golf course laid out on it, and rough cart path laid out on it. I've tested driving around and getting a feel for things. And I'll tell you, for me, having familiarity with the area, it's really cool driving around. Does have my mind wandering about where else I can pull some data from to get a really quick start on some, impressive terrain. There's something about scanned terrain as opposed to going and sculpting and digitally creating terrain like clay. If you get scanned terrain, you pull in all sorts of subtleties from how that terrain was first formed. You actually can see a lot of the erosion patterns and different things that aren't immediately obvious even when you're in that physical place. So pretty cool, very excited. I'm also excited, this is my first time taking the boat down, launching it down here. We might have a bit of tight bush to get through, but I think we'll do okay. I see ducks waddling away where the boat goes in. Sorry, duckies, coming through. Big important things to do. But here we are. Humber River, just like that. we are. Out on Les Humberts. There's a spot down there that I've been setting my hammock up on, but I feel like this is an opportunity to explore and maybe set up a little hammock work spot that's less accessible. There's a little spit of land out here you can't really get to any other way. Might have a good spot for a hammock. And yeah. Ooh, it's a little breezy crossing the stream. Yeah, let's go look right here. Let the wind just flip us around. This is where I was talking. So we just launched in right there and just came straight across from the launch. See this little nice area. There's a little trail right there. And a nice sandy spot up ahead. I mean, it's all kind of sandy side where the river is here. I like it. Let's go take a look real quick. I do want to get back in and paddle a bit more before setting up, but I've always been curious about this stretch of town. Oh, there's a deer right there. He was right over here, went running away. You can see him looking at us. Pretty cool. Just pulled the canoe up here. The wind's blowing it on the side, so it's not gonna go anywhere, and I'm not going far. I just wanna take a quick peeky in here. He's going. He thinks, I'm not sure. Should I put my tail up and go? Don't mind me, Mr. Deer. That's really neat. Because people don't come here very often. Come here often? No, not very often. This is pretty secluded. Could put a hammock up over there if I want. Oh, this is the spot for the hammock. Right by the river here. This is the spot right here. Throw it up on this tree. And this tree, ground's okay. Be right by the river here. Beauty. For now, let's hop back in the canoe and just go paddle a little bit, explore. So along the river, there's these little bays. See a little ducky there right in front of the boat. Hello. Hear that? Gonna make my way over to the hammock spot. Get down to some work business. It's a great hammock spot if I've ever seen one. The way I do my builds for kart golf, I have a PC at home that does the building, and so I can develop anywhere, push to GitHub, and then just pull it onto my home computer using remote desktop and let the build happen at home. And then I could even bring my Oculus around and test it out here. Now the issue is Oculus, any headset in daylight is dangerous. If the sun goes through the lens on any angle, the sun goes through the lens, that lens is going to focus that sun on the screen, and you're going to get a burnt screen. You're going to have a little useless part of your screen which is held right up against your eyes. Not good. You want to be very careful with direct sunlight. But we're connected to Rynet. Let's do a little speed test. Internet speed test, 67.8 megabit download speed, and hovering at about 11.3 megabit upload speed. We're home office. Let's go. For real though, let's get down to work. Doesn't even get really much better than this. Beautiful breeze coming off the river. I might as well be at my kitchen table. Now I did actually bring another little goodie. Oh, Good grief. Could that go any more wrong? This, my Space Mouse, 3D mouse, lets me kind of push and pull this around and lets me move in 3D space so I can kind of like fly a drone around Blender. Helps me model, helps me get a good look at things just while I'm working, and lets me record some pretty good preview viz of what we're dealing with without needing to go and program in a cinematic camera move. I can do a live baby with this little guy. So anyways, that's what we're doing now. Recording entire screen now. Testing flight. We're engaged. So this is the LiDAR data of the neighborhood houses and forest area by my house. See the dark line is approximate cart path. Green squares are approximate tee boxes. Green outlines approximately fairways and greens. That'll be mapped onto this LiDAR data. Beautiful view across the river. That's marshland. It's all bumpy down there. We turn back towards the Oculus Pavilion where there's actually that big spaceship. And drive out along this space now. There's a big empty field here. I might actually do a loading area in the empty field. But then you come around up this hill. This is what's affectionately known as Cock Rock. It's a big monument up on this hill. I have a T-deck raised up high. I was thinking of doing a lift to elevate your golf cart vertically. Cool little effect. And just approximate tee boxes and approximate potential greens, but the layout's not exact. Just getting to know the curves and putting the tracks in. This is playable. You can drive around this. You can go off the course into the actual neighborhood areas if you want and just drive around. You might get stuck. Let's restart. But if you want to drive around, check it out. It's pretty nifty. Kart Golf Alpha. My intention is to have the Kart Golf Beta be the development of this level. Get all of the NPCs in interactive, get some of the animals in and interactive, and essential game loop of either driving a cart around, tick, great, and I got distracted from the ground because there was a tick on me. Okay, cool. Get the beta to have these NPCs all interactive amongst themselves and amongst the players. Have some animals that are just populating. I'd love to have some flowers dynamic to the cycles of light and just start populating the space. That's feels rich for creative development and a unique little bubble. Kart Golf Beta. That's what we're looking at over here. Water treatment plant. We won't go there yet. Over there. Pretty cool though. It's like a kilometer of data. And you can get pretty much anywhere in Ontario, different places around the world. It's pretty neat. Cut.